I cried every day because I had heard that they were like powerful attorneys, and I couldn't understand why she was going after me with such full force. I just was so afraid of her.
Did you think you were being followed?
Oh, yes, I knew I was being followed, but I couldn't prove it. I always thought it was in my head until later I found out that I was being followed.
Did you think somebody was going to kill you?
I always thought I was going to be killed. I live in an apartment that I have to walk down a long hallway, and I used to run to my apartment because I thought she was going to get me.
Let's go to the day that you're in school and the police come in.
Mm-hmm.
Irvine Police.
Yes, hi. I was calling because my daughter's a student at Plaza Vista Elementary School.
Uh-huh.
And I'm concerned one of the parent volunteers there may be under the influence or using drugs. I saw a car driving very erratically. It continued on into the parking lot of the school.
And do you know this person's name?
I think her name is Kelly.
You're in school and the police come in.
Mm-hmm.
What did you think immediately?
And I immediately thought that something had happened to my husband. So I literally ran to the front. He said, no, calm down, calm down. Somebody had called in and told us that you were driving erratically through the school. And I said, really? I said, it couldn't have been me, I've been here all day. And he said, well, they said it was you by name. We started walking out to my car. My car is surrounded by police. I kind of jokingly looked at him and said, is there a dead body in my car or something? And he's like, no, but somebody saw you putting drugs in your car. You know, I thought, well, this is a joke. And I took him to the car, and I could see in the window, big as day, a big giant bag of marijuana, literally sitting on the back seat.
Was there any significance to the day that this happened, that specific day?
Yes, it was 1 year exactly to the day that she confronted me out in front of the school.
What did you do? What happened?
I started crying. I was saying the usual, those aren't my drugs, you know. I don't know where they came from. And it got real serious real fast. Actually, my knees had buckled when I saw the drugs. They took the drugs out and they put it on top of the cop car. And, you know, it's just really.
And they took out marijuana, and then they took out other bags as well, right?
Yeah, they took out, thank you. They took out pills. I mean, I literally put my head down and stopped watching after that because I didn't want to see anymore.
Did they do a field sobriety test?
Yes, I was crying the whole time, but I begged them to put the drugs away. I was telling them that the drugs aren't mine, but you're gonna put an impression in these kids' head and they're never gonna get it out of their head. So they finally put the drugs away and they took me inside the building and we walked past my daughter and she was crying and they gave me a field sobriety test right there and everyone was watching.
And you passed all of that?
Yes. They just detained me for a couple hours and then they asked me if they could go to my home and search my home. And I said yes. In my head, I kept thinking, I need to start making plans for my daughter because I'm probably gonna go to jail. I just kept asking Mom, am I gonna get arrested?
And what did they say?
They were saying, well, not yet, not now. We're doing some investigating first. One of the police officers asked me, you keep saying that these aren't yours. Did someone plant them in your car? And I said, they must have. I mean, I didn't put them there. I had kids in my car this morning, you know. And he said, well, do you have any enemies? And I said, I do have an enemy, actually. You know, I started to think. Started to dawn on me. I have an enemy, yes. And he said, well, who is it? And I told him, Jill Easter.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.